Welcome back, everybody, to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, and it's another Wavy Guru Productions back at the inlet. It's a monster day. I mean, look at this. Oh my gosh. This Scout, I mean, these things are notorious for eating this inlet up as well. These guys are getting this thing vertical. Haulover is beyond firing today. I mean, it is a massive monster day here. These boats are going to have a rough time as they try and take a win over the inlet. The gorilla in the room is Haulover, and it is beating its chest today. Let's see how these captains fare. Our first captain is making their way out. And I mean, this is a big boat. This Scout with quads on the back has all the tools to get the job done on most days, but this is not most days. And after the shots they took up front, I'm going to have to give this first round to Haulover Inlet. And that'll take us into our second round with Haulover up 1-0 early. Let's see what the boats got coming in here in the second round. Oh no. These guys got to turn around. This has to be a rental boat. I mean, nobody in their right mind is going to go ahead and take this Stingray out on Haulover when it's firing on a day like today if this is their boat. This guy's obviously not worried about sinking it. We've got a bunch of people in the bow with no life jackets on. I mean, this all dispels terrible idea, just being honest. I mean, we saw the Scout get vertical. Some of these waves could absolutely just swamp this boat. Somehow they've stayed on the north side of the inlet a little bit here. They're kind of sneaking out, which is kind of unbelievable to me. I don't know how they've gotten this far. And so far they look okay, even with all these people in the bow of the boat. But they're not quite done yet. Let's see what Haulover has as they start to move into the bigger rollers. And here we'll start to see them take some shots. And boom, here we go with our first stuffing. Stuffing number 2. And these guys are getting drenched. We've got the third stuffing. And our guy in the bow is like, no, this sucks. Turn it around. I mean, I don't even know what to say here. Why anybody thought this was a good idea. Our crew's making their way back in, but these are just signs, once again, the fenders being out, this has got to be a rental boat. We're going to get an email from a rental company here in Miami after they see this video saying, hey, what day was that from? So they can try and figure out who took their rental boat offshore, even though it says in their contract they weren't allowed to. Look at our guy here. I mean, we have the human bilge pump going because there's just water everywhere. I mean, the one good piece of news from this is everybody appears to be okay. This really could have gone really bad. But unfortunately for this crew, it still went bad in Boats vs. Haulover standards, as stuffing the bow equates an instant loss, and this crew's going to take a loss for the boats in this round. And that'll take us into our third round, and once again, Haulover's up 2-0 early. And here we go. We've gotten AZIMUT making their way out. They stuff it! Unbelievable. I mean, it wasn't the biggest stuffing, but that bow, I'm sure, went under that wave. And this crew's making their way out. They're coming out kind of slow. There's not a whole lot more they can do, but let's see how they fare as they continue to make the rest of the way out. I mean, that stuffing was close. I'll have to go back and look at the replay to see if it was actually a stuffing and they take the loss, or if they can find a way to pull off a win and keep the boats alive in this. I mean, if the boats lose here, it's going to be a clean sweep, which is unfortunate because that happened in the last episode. We were at Haulover as well for the boats. The AZIMUT so far actually has probably fared better than the first two boats we saw. I mean, they've not had anything really crazy happen other than that first wave that hit them. And they may make it out okay. They're coming in at a little bit of an angle now, but they are starting to get into some of the big rollers. And let's see how they fare as they get out here, because things are going to change just a little. One of the big disadvantages a big yacht like this has is they really can't get it up on plane either, so they're going to struggle getting that bow up. I mean, no matter what, the waves like this are just going to smack them around and knock them back off a plane if they really try and get up on step. But they're looking okay, and I mean, I'm surprised, but they may take a win for the boats here. We'll have to go back and look at the replay on that first wave and make sure it wasn't a stuff. Oh! Never mind. The first wave doesn't matter. They stuff it here at the end. I mean, you can see there's big breakers out here. It's absolute insanity here at Haulover today. And unfortunately for this AZIMUT, they put up a good fight, but they're going to take a loss for the boats in this round. And unfortunately for the boats, that's going to give Haulover the clean sweep, and Haulover is going to take the win in this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got Miami Boat Ramps that focuses on all the hilarity that happens in the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.